Economic Development, Public Buildings, Emergency Management from further consideration of H.R. 1307 and be considered as read and open to amendment at any point without objection, so ordered. I would now recognize the subcommittee chair for a explanation of legislation. Ms. Dias.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I guess to keep up with my ranking member, I'm going to have to bring a showgirl from Vegas since you got that. You know, I don't know.
We will not comment.
Just make sure they're an attorney as well.
Actually, I'd like to thank again the ranking member, Mr. Meadows, for bringing this bill forward along with Congressman Peters of California. It's another bill that's aimed at improving recovery efforts following a disaster. Transparency in federal spending is an important goal for all of us across all federal agencies, but it's becoming increasingly important when it comes to disaster response in the wake of extreme weather caused by global climate change that's resulted in more destruction and increased frequency. This bill creates an online repository to which federal agencies submit information regarding disaster assistance on a quarterly basis, including a detailed list of an agency's projects or activities and the exact amount of assistance expended by that agency. This will better track federal disaster assistance, ensure congressional oversight of tax dollars, and offer increased transparency to the public. It's a good bill. I urge support of it. I urge you to vote for it, and I yield back.
At this point, I would recognize, do you wish to go? Okay, the ranking member of the subcommittee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And again, I thank the chairman of the subcommittee for her willingness to consider this and yours as well. I would just like to put it in context. This particular bill allows for us to actually have greater transparency, where you don't have to search through reams of documents to find little codes to figure out what we've spent money on. And the Genesis actually had an unusual combination. Back then it was Senator Tom Coburn and Senator Barack Obama that actually put forth a venue where we could understand what is being spent. This just adds another component there where we can have transparency. It's, again, a good government accountability measure that Scott Peters and Scott Peters of California and I have been able to work together. We would urge all of our colleagues to support that, and with that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
I thank the gentleman for his remarks. Any other members wish to be recognized? Hearing none, move forward then. If there are none, any amendments? No amendments? Okay. If there are none, questions now on adoption favorably reporting H.R. 1307 to the House of Representatives. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed by saying nay. Bill is approved, ordered, reported favorably to the House. H.R. 1311, amending the Robert T. Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act to ensure that unmet